absolutely beautiful day here in downtown St. Petersburg. The Tampa Bay Rowdies are set to host the Sarasota Paradise. This Rowdies pre-match show brought to you by Suncoast Credit Union. More perks, less fees. Join Suncoast today. Welcome inside the booth, everybody. So excited you're here. Drew Felios alongside the Rowdies' legendary goalkeeper, Jeff Attinella. Two big stories going into tonight. First of all, the Rowdies, the only team in USL Championship, still unbeaten. Second big story, this is the start of USL Cup play, Jeff. So Rowdies begin group play here tonight. Why is this so important to Tampa Bay?
The name of the game of professional sports is lifting trophies, and this is an opportunity for the Rowdies to prove themselves across the entire USL with this tournament. But for me, what I really love about the storyline of this tournament is that Group 7, the group they're in, is one massive Florida derby. And the Tampa Bay Rowdies want to claim the state of Florida, and they do that by getting out of this group.
Absolutely. So with group play beginning tonight, usually what happens, teams tweak their rosters and their starting lineups just a bit. Rowdies do that with Mateus Olivetta getting his first start in the midfield.
Coming off of his first assist of the season last week against Charleston, he is a very dynamic player who has such a rich history of playing for big clubs. I'm excited to see him get more minutes, see what he could do to create opportunities on the ball, and really make an impact and try to justify some more playing time going forward.
The Paradise still figuring themselves out. Remember, it is their first year in competition in USL League One, but Jonathan Bolanos has proven to be quite a player.
And he's one of the more established guys with this group. 17 goals in League One play. He's a dynamic winger, somebody that the Rowdies are going to need to keep an eye on, especially in moments of transition. He's somebody that can get at him.
I don't think the Rowdies have ever had a rival this close to them. Sarasota just 40 miles away here from Al Lang Stadium. Start of a good rivalry here tonight at Al Lang. It's Tampa Bay and Sarasota coming up next. The USL Cup underway after this.
Babe, are we out of paper towels?
I think so. And give you a new toy for Sunny.
Already in my cart. Ooh, it's the newest viral tumbler.
I mean, we're getting instant cash back, so go for it.
Suncoast Cashback Plus gives you up to 20% back combined with your Suncoast Credit Union checking or savings account. From everyday purchases, dining out, or buying gift cards, you'll get cash back on the spot. Get started at suncoast.com/morecash.
That must be our new 500 times the cash scratch off. What a massive multiplier.
It's like I always say, go big or go bigger.
And it'll help us do huge things for education.
Donut?
I'll take 500.
I'll get the multiplier.
Times the cash scratch-offs from the Florida Lottery. It's good fun.
Your love of driving started early. As you zoomed down your imaginary highway, someone was always there to protect you, to make sure you're still covered. Kemper Auto knows your journey and will help you along the way. Affordable, personalized auto insurance you can count on. Get a quote today.
The Tampa Bay Rowdies are back at Al Lang Stadium for the 2026 season, with new players, new hunger, and new standards. But we can't do it alone. Talent alone doesn't win games. Your support matters. The atmosphere matters. Every rep, every sprint, every tackle, we are fighting for you. The season starts now. Join the fight and get your tickets at rowdysoccer.com. Come on, you Rowdies.
Just moments away from kick. Tampa Bay Rowdies and Sarasota Paradise side by side coming onto the pitch here at Al Lang Stadium. Prinx Tires is proud to be the presenting sponsor of the Prinx Tires USL Cup. Built for practical performance and the long haul, Prinx delivers reliability for everyday drivers like you. Visit PrinxTireUSA.com to learn more. And with that, our starting formations. The Rowdies in the 4-3-2-1. Olivetta, we talked about in the midfield, going to make a big difference. Also, number 8, Dolabella, Jeff, is somebody that you have got some stock in going into the week.
We had a good meeting with him. We got to sit down with him on the podcast. Very versatile player for this group. He can play a lot of different positions. Look for him in that midfield role tonight. We talked about the changes that you can make in a tournament to give guys opportunity. Henry Long with the start up top, a player that I really want to see as well. See if he can make an impact, get himself some more minutes, along with Rodriguez, the outside mid.
Yeah, Dos Santos has been solid too for Tampa Bay along that back line, the center back, and for the Paradise. They've got some weapons out there tonight that they are going to be sporting. Anderson Rosa, the Brazilian, wearing number 36. He'll certainly be a difference maker.
He's a dynamic outside back, but I wouldn't be surprised to see him play a little bit more defensive, and that's what I think the Paradise might go to tonight. But for me, all the attention is going to be on the goalkeeper. If he's able to make saves and keep his team in the game, the more confidence that the Paradise will have as the minutes start ticking away.
78 degrees tonight here in downtown St. Petersburg. Another beautiful night as the Rowdies fans settle in, and we get set to begin this very unique tournament, the Prinx Tires USL Cup. The Rowdies in a very interesting group, Jeff, all Florida teams. It is going to be some kind of soccer coming your way in this event.
It's almost like the state championships that you have growing up, right? You always want to win your state, you want to represent, but especially for a team like the Rowdies, they are the established group. They are the established team in this group. Let's see what they can do.
Dominic Casciato feeling really good about the Rowdies' chances coming into this matchup tonight. This is the second time they have seen this Sarasota club. Had a chance to match up with them in the preseason that night, going the Rowdies' way. So we've got Ethan Bryant, formerly of Monterey Bay, starting things off, and we're underway here from Al Lang, Prinx Tires USL Cup. So excited you're here. Rowdies in the very familiar home kits. And I love the colors of the Paradise. Very unique, representing USL League One.
You know, they're the rivals, right? The close rivals, but the Paradise have done such a good job in terms of the way that they've been building this organization and just really the way that they've been able to ascend up to League One. It happened very quickly. They've had to adjust on the fly, but it's an organization that wants to do things the right way.
So if you're a team from League One coming into this venue, playing against a tradition like Tampa Bay, you're obviously the heavy underdog. Win for Sarasota, even though they don't really want to say it. You got to think it would be absolutely huge for the franchise.
It'd be a monumental moment for them, but that's what the task is for the Rowdies. They understand that there's a team coming from a lower division. They want to win it. They really want to force the issue on them. So it's up for the Rowdies to match that energy and understand what they're up against.
Dos Santos had a chance to talk with the Rowdies captain, number 62. What a pleasure he was to spend time with earlier this week, as the Rowdies send that one a little bit too far down the pitch. And Sarasota Paradise, they are led by head coach Mike Olivetta, first year, originally from Finland, spent some time with the Richmond Kickers. We talked about one of their stars on the roster, Jonathan Bolanos, kind of like Dom Casciato, bringing in his players from League One. This team from Sarasota has sort of done the same thing as the Rowdies have their first real chance, and now Tampa Bay with some pressure.
We talked about Olivier, and there he is already making a difference. He gets himself on the ball outside of the box, not afraid to take a hard shot. And that's why I mentioned the goalkeeper in this game. The Rowdies are going to test Sutton a lot. If he's up to the task, the more confidence the Paradise will have. But he's going to need to make some saves.
Let's get our keys to the match in. Brought to you by the Suncoast Credit Union. First for Tampa Bay.
They have to dictate the pace of the match, right? So this is a team where if they're able to control dictate the flow of this game and play the way that they want to, the Paradise are going to have a very hard time keeping up. Be on the ball, move the ball fast, and really just dictate the flow and don't give Paradise a chance to settle.
And for Sarasota, big keys for them as well.
Opportunistic. If you have a chance, you have to maximize it. I think the chances are going to be far and few between for this group tonight, but when you get them, you have to make the most of them.
So now Lewis Hilton, first real touch here for the Rowdies. Well, that's the number 3. Right side, the Rowdies are working. Brian Schaefer in there again, and now Lewis Hilton. Rowdies trying to get spaced here, trying to deliver that one right to the center of the attack. Injury report, not much working for either team. Tampa Bay has their main players available as that one skates out of bounds.
It's a great job of recovering, defending there from Schaefer. It's a dangerous through ball. It looked like he was going to be in, but that's something that you have to do as a center back. When there's a forward that might have a little bit more pace, your angle to the ball. Look at the angle that he takes in the approach. Perfect route to the ball, able to get there first, prevent any chance of that counterattacking opportunity.
Brian Schaefer's first year with the Rowdies, former South Florida Bull. And this is going to be a long throw in here, courtesy of the 14, Jorgen Pedersen. Tampa Bay now a chance to get some numbers forward the other way. And number 7, Evan Conway, has been so effective here in the early part of the season. Rowdies will play a lot of keep away. Fully expect them to dominate possession here tonight.
Absolutely, and that's a good decision there from Conway. A lot of times the player will put his head down and keep moving forward despite the numbers being outnumbered on the defensive side. Does a good job pulling the ball back, understanding that possession of the ball right now is something that's extremely important.
Now the quick turn and switch the point of attack. This one lofted up. Tampa Bay again trying to get it to Carson Henderlong. That's the one guy, big number 14, that Tampa Bay would really like to get involved here.
It's a good opportunity for the forward from Indiana to prove himself.
Yeah.
And that's what that's what's great about these tournament games. As a player, I used to love them. When I was a backup goalkeeper, I knew that these tournament games were mine. And anytime that a player has the opportunity to prove himself during the 90 minutes, it's actually meaningful. It goes a long way in the coach's mindset. So it really is a good opportunity for the guys that you aren't really used to seeing in the starting 11.
Some pretty nice early rhythm here for the Rowdies. Hilton. And that one will skate out of bounds. Select is the very proud to be the official match ball supplier of the USL Championship. From the grassroots to the pros, they're every step of the way. Go to us.select-sport.com for the latest Select products, specials, and more. Select is the player's choice. And a whistle. Sarasota will have possession here. So you've got Jacksonville in this group. You've got Naples in the group as well. Sarasota, Tampa Bay. This is going to be fun.
Nothing like a state cup. Just in one big, massive Florida derby. Whoever comes out of this group is going to have bragging rights for the state for the next year.
FC Miami as well. That rivalry well intact with the Rowdies. Tampa Bay now, a little pressure. They get the steal. Rowdies getting numbers forward quickly. Send this one into the box. Running and saving. Oh, close call, but Alex Sutton there to catch it out of the air.
And the goalkeeper does a good job of beating that ball to the near post. The Rowdies had the runners there. As we get another look at it here, it's a dangerous ball into a good spot. Lewis Hilton, we know about the service that he's able to provide. It's a dangerous spot, but the goalkeeper does a good job of getting himself in front of Oliveira.
So Oliveira right there, the target. Reed Valentine. Tampa Bay again. Ostrom applying pressure. The Paradise perhaps with some room to work. Able to turn it upfield. Ethan Bryant put it where it needed to be, and now straight on. They spread it right. This is Burlew, former University of Wisconsin star. Burlew thought about going 1v1, then thought otherwise. And now they'll reset. Top of the box. Rowdies will take care of it. Conway trying to break things up. Good sequence here for the visitors.
Those are the moments for the Paradise where you just can't have. You have a little bit of joy in possession your first little time with the ball, and it's those cheap balls that you give away. There's a switch, there's nobody there. They need to value. We talk about being opportunistic. If you're the Paradise, you need to value every single time you get your foot on the ball and you're able to have that type of possession.
So this Sarasota squad coming off a 2-1 victory over Corpus Christi, but it happened on Wednesday night, so just 3 days ago. Never easy to play 2 matches in the course of a week. That's the case for them here tonight. This ball on the ground. Lewis Hilton takes care of it for the Rowdies. And the ball still in play here. Taken away by the Paradise. And the Rowdy goes down there on the far side of the field. Now this is Valentine. Nice movement here by the Paradise, trying to set up a shot from distance. Rebound comes off, and still very much in play. Rowdies a little bit on their heels here. This one sent over the crossbar, and Tampa Bay avoids danger.
Give Sarasota credit there. They were able to have a little bit of a spell of possession and moving that ball around, creating themselves with different opportunities. We get a good look at it here. It's a great step there from center back Dos Santos, but again, it's this recycled ball. They end up getting a good look at it, but unfortunately just leaning a little bit too far back, the technique a little off, and it goes sailing.
It's a really good sequence, though, Jeff. Something to build upon for Sarasota.
They've had a little bit of joy here in the last couple minutes. The Rowdies need to get their foot on the ball, try to reestablish that possession, and see if they can start breaking these lines of Sarasota.
Of course, for the Rowdies, not the ordinary starting 11. When guys like Cicerone and Myers and Max Schneider are not in the attack, sometimes maybe a little concern here for the home side. Sarasota continues to attack, trying to whip around a shot, and that one not close.
Schaefer puts his hand up on that one, and that's just a cheap giveaway. You need to be valuing the ball more if you're the Rowdies. And I know it's early in this game, but those are the types of things that happen in tournament games sometimes when you're playing against teams from a lower level. Things can be a little bit more sloppy. And those are the moments we talked about it being opportunistic. You need to take advantage of these moments if you're Sarasota.
So a quick whistle here. Looks like the Rowdies going to be awarded possession. Carson Henderlong. What a year he had last year with FC Naples. 16 goals on the season. Earned him a spot on this Rowdies club roster. Still yet to get his first one on the score sheet here for the Rowdies. Dos Santos now as the Rowdies reset. Conway goes back out to Ostrom. Ostrom sending it in. Hilton gets to it. Nicely done by Lewis.
He covers so much ground, doesn't he?
Really does. Now it's Perez. Tampa Bay will keep everything nice and spread. Ostrom again. Just a little flick this time. Fisted out by the keeper.
Fortunate for the Paradise that there was nobody there to clean up that rebound. That's a dangerous spot for a goalkeeper to put the ball right up the middle of the field. I understand the punch, but if the Rowdies had numbers in the box, that's getting tapped right back in.
Good patience here by Tampa Bay. Now a chance to run. Attacking that middle, sending it left. Ostrom again. Ostrom tried to switch it back that time. Dos Santos. So Rowdies trying to build some rhythm. 13th minute. There's Alex Rodriguez, number 36, the Rowdies' lone academy player. getting his first chance in the 11 here tonight.
Excited to see what he brings to the table. I watch him in training day in and day out, and he's somebody that puts the work in. And what I love about this kid even more is he's somebody that will bag the balls up after a session and bring the balls in for the kick guys as well. So he understands what it is to be an academy player on this level, but he also fits himself in with his skill set, and he's somebody that I think can really make a big difference for this team tonight going forward.
Ball flicked up, Tampa Bay again on their front foot. Here come the Rowdies. Perez, Hilton, Ostrom. Ostrom laying it towards the end line. Henderlong trying to keep it in. Runs into the billboard as he sails out of bounds. The Rowdies will keep one of the longest possessions here so far this regular season.
And that's what you want to see from this Tampa Bay Rowdies group, and that's what we're used to seeing in the regular season. Moving that ball from side to side, trying to find those areas, and then when Sarasota clears the ball out there, able to jump right back on it and put it back under pressure.
Rodriguez, and trying to manufacture some space there. And still we keep playing. I think both teams a little winded here at the moment, but we play on. Dos Santos once again for Schaefer. Again, this Prinx Tires USL Cup, completely different than the regular season. What happens tonight does not notch and count in the regular season stats or standings. Strictly its own season. Now cutting it back, sending it in. Quickly hammered out. Well done by Sarasota, but this is a giveaway for Dos Santos. Nate Dos Santos. Oh, he is tripped up that time. Looked like the 14 came in hot. Pedersen, official was right there, doesn't call.
Have yourself a go from the center back. He takes a high step. He's playing this higher line. It's a good read on the ball. Picks his head up and decides, you know what, I'm going to have it myself. I did think that it took a deflection for a corner kick, so I think the Rowdies missed an opportunity there. A little bit of a missed call on the shot from Dos Santos, but I love that the center back is playing that high line, putting this Paradise team under pressure.
Tonight's broadcast brought to you by Suncoast Credit Union. More perks, less fees. Join Suncoast today. So Sarasota, they have been formidable so far in this match. Burlew will slow things up. Anytime you have an expansion club putting it together just before the season begins and just kind of seeing how things work, it's always interesting. That is also the case, though, with the Rowdies. Remember, with so many new players and new faces on this 2026 roster. There's a collision. Dolabella, the two eights colliding. He and Aaron Walker going head to head.
And Dolabella is a player I think we'd like to see him get a little bit more involved in this game. Is he able to find himself on the ball? He's been doing the work defensively, but he's a difference maker when he has the ball at his feet.
There's Dolabella. Touching it here to Ostrom. So interesting with Dolabella teaming up with Dos Santos and also Max Schneider and their collegiate play, playing at Marshall, all of them together, winning a college cup. That one will go out of bounds, but that nucleus of players to actually be on the same team here and USL Championship is really cool.
Well, it's one of those things where they have that continuity as well. Even though they hadn't played together for a little while, they played together in college. Just having that ability to be with guys that you've spent those time with and had those types of memories, that radiates through a locker room to everybody else. So it allows them to be more comfortable. They understand each other's dynamic. And it's actually pretty cool that they went to West Virginia and won a championship.
Yeah, Marshall University in Huntington, West Virginia, the Thundering Herd. Tremendous program they have there. That throw-in had a ton of velocity on it. What a weapon that could be. Dos Santos now. Ostrom. Ball had some nice curl on it. Sarasota now from the far side. Good work by the Paradise. The Rowdies able to take it away just before that midfield line. Now maneuvering and blasting over the crossbar. You wanted Dolabella involved. I think he heard your call, Jeff Atnell.
Yeah, but that's a little bit of an impatience play there. That's a shot from extremely deep on the field, and in the moments where you're trying to value that possession, I think that was a little bit ambitious. But like you said, I like him on the ball. He's a player that likes to get his name on the score sheet, so can't fault him for trying. But for me, that's a little bit too ambitious from that distance.
Tonight, a very special night here at the stadium. It is Rough and Rowdies night. Seen some beautiful dogs here in the park, Jeff, and so cool the Rowdies are taking part in this.
I've never had a dog that behaved well enough that would be able to do something like this. So I always appreciate when people bring their dogs to the park and they're well behaved and, you know, they know exactly what they're doing. But that would not have been my dogs growing up, that's for sure.
So no score thus far here in the 20th minute. Thrilled to have you with us on Tampa Bay's 44 and ESPN Plus. Drew Felios with Jeff Atnella. The Rowdies trying to orchestrate a scoring chance here in front of the home crowd. And that is going to be called on Tampa Bay. A couple 50-50 balls going there. How did you see that?
Not the way that the referee saw it. I thought that Henderlong got all ball in that challenge. He did come from behind, but it looked like to me he got all ball as we get another look at it here. He puts in a good effort.
Ooh.
See, there's nothing there for me. Player lets the ball run. He's making a play on the ball. I think the referee needs to let that go, but it's a good effort from Henderlong getting himself back defensively after turning the ball over.
That official tonight is Stefan Petty. Rowdies keep possession here. Tampa Bay again building from the back. Conway hit pretty hard, and we play on. Fans not going to like that when it was just called on the other end.
Yeah, especially the back-to-back way that those fouls just happen. But again, I talked about the key to the game for the Rowdies is trying to dictate the pace of this play, and right now it's been all Sarasota in terms of what they're doing with it. The Rowdies really haven't been able to establish this rhythm as we get a look right at here. See, for me, that one is a foul. But that's all right. The referee and I are going to see eye to eye all night. We talked about the Rowdies trying to establish the rhythm, being on the ball, dictating the pace of play, and up to this point, they really haven't been able to find that rhythm outside of the first 5 minutes yet.
Wally Wade touches this one up. Rowdies again will try and get organized. Tampa Bay will play out of the center circle here. And another foul is going to be called by Petty. The head official, this one going to be on Dolabella, and it's going to cost him a yellow as well.
Dolabella doesn't agree with that one. You can hear the screams on the broadcast. We're getting a look at it here. Is that heavy touch? Just a little bit after the play, they're both going for the ball, and he catches that foot. A bit unlucky there for Dolabella, but I understand the reason for the yellow card.
Well, eFootball is here. You can live your dream, rep your team, and play as your favorite USL Championship club. eFootball is free to play. Download now. eFootball. So it's Anderson Rosa, the Brazilian. We're on the set piece for Sarasota, looking to get on the board here on the road. Again, just 40 miles apart. Sarasota Paradise and Tampa Bay Rowdies. This one will go out of bounds, and the Rowdies will put it down for a goal kick. Sarasota comes into this game 2-4-1 in their USL League One play. The Rowdies 4-0-2. No defeats by Tampa Bay to start the season. The only team, I believe, in American soccer throughout the entire pro ranks that has not suffered a loss.
And that's quite the accomplishment. When you're talking about how big the landscape of American professional soccer is. Of course, they're coming off of these 2 draws, which, you know, to anybody you talk to on the actual team for the Rowdies, they want to have these draws be wins, but just to have that category for themselves here is just quite the accomplishment, especially when you talk about all the factors with the new players and all the different things that have gone into this season.
So the Paradise here trying to build. Conway defensively harassing there. And now Ethan Bryant. Dolabella again sneaking in. Got to be careful playing on a yellow. McLaughlin, right side. And that's going to be an offside. Good call official right there to make it. And our officials here tonight, we give this crew some love. Stefan Petty, not getting a hometown St. Pete welcome thus far. Nick Goyette, Josh Lampkins, Corbin Goodyear also on the call. Big picture though, I think these referees, they got the really tough job here.
Of course. I try not to argue with the referees too much because I wouldn't want their job. I don't want to sign up for it. And of course we have the vantage point of the booth.
Conway trying to get to it. Evan hops right back up. Looked at the official, wanted a whistle, didn't get it. And now Sarasota starting to play really fast here on this fast pitch. Once again sending it forward. It's Bryant trying to send one in front of the goal. Right at the 6-yard box. Tampa Bay quickly responds. And now it's the 17. Haven't called his name a lot. Let's see what Olivetta can do. Rowdies now into the attack. Hinderlong. And again, just right there, Jeff, not the most crisp play from the Rowdies attacking going forward in that final third.
And that's what you see when you have new players on the field. It was Hinderlong and Alex Rodriguez just not on the same page there. That's the type of rhythm that you don't have when you haven't been getting these minutes together in actual game settings. I think it's something that'll smooth out here over time, but those are just the little things that'll happen throughout the course of a game.
So now Lewis Hilton surveying the field. Hilton healthy in 2026, and it has really showed in the Rowdies play. We've got a couple players down in the center circle, a little collision there. And Dolabella is shaken up. And we're going to get a yellow. It's going to be on Pedersen. Those two have really gone at it here in the first half.
These guys just exchanging yellow cards on each other. As we get a look at it here. Pretty similar to the Dolabella yellow card, just after the play, making a play on the ball, but ends up getting off foot. And that's something that you like to see from the referee. He calls the yellow cards the same incident. Each team shown a yellow now.
Well, the official mortgage partner of the Rowdies, Union Home Mortgage, your partner from first homes to refinance. Get started with UHM today and visit UHM.com to learn more.
Ostrom has been doing a good job on this left side tonight, getting himself up and down, but it's just that final product. Can we get that cross a little bit lower, a little bit more driven, so that these forwards can run onto it?
Light pressure here by the Rowdies. Alex Sutton building from the back once again. Reed Valentine, formerly of Tormenta FC. The Rowdies have several players from that organization. Sutton once again. And now the back line again, playing very safe here in this first half. This one goes out of bounds, and let's bring in the third member of our broadcast crew, Deandra Liu. What is up, Deandra?
What's up? Thanks, Drew. The Tampa Bay Rowdies brought in about 20 new players this season. I heard you guys talking about it earlier, and one of them is already having a full circle moment. Brian Schaefer. He's a Jacksonville native and a USF graduate, USF Bulls, and at the beginning of the month, he got a special opportunity with the Rowdies when they played in his hometown. He was able to set aside around 40 tickets for family and friends, and we're talking everyone from grandparents to siblings and cousins. He said it was a really special moment for him. It's where he used to play pickup as a kid. And then he spoke highly of his time at USF as well, saying playing for the Rowdies feels familiar in a lot of ways. He looked up to several Rowdies players while he was in college and even gave a little shout out to our very own Jeff Attinella. He said as a Florida kid, he feels like he has a little bit of an edge because you sometimes hear players talk about how hot it is down here, but no complaints on his end. He'll take the 100-degree weather, and this is a quote, They'll take 100-degree weather over 5 any day. Guys, I'll send it back to you.
Yeah, I think I would second that as well, Jeff, but it's always cool to have that South Florida connection. Jeff, I know you're very well aware of the athletes that have gone through your program in the past.
USF is a place that is very near and dear to my heart. So when we picked him up and I heard he was from USF, he obviously shot up to the list of one of my favorite players on the team this year. But it's good to see anytime that a USF player gets to represent the city on a professional level as well. I remember how cool it was for me, so I'm sure he's feeling that same experience.
Olivetta gives it a ride. Into the box now. The Rowdies, a chance. And it was Dolabella tried the bicycle. Very creative, crafty move that time. Crowd appreciates it.
I think that with the shots that we're seeing from him tonight, if one of these goes in, it'll probably end up being on the goal of the week with the creativity and the different risk and opportunities that he's willing to take. But again, it's a good, dangerous ball in the box. It's able to recycle. Love the ambition. He just got underneath of it a little bit too much.
You know what I love? Dolabella said when he went on your podcast this week, he went and got a haircut just before he got on your video podcast, the Rowdies podcast.
You have to love the dedication to the podcast from the players. The haircut, that's next level. He's setting the bar high for the rest of the guests.
Now it's the Paradise attacking the Rowdies. Sarasota impressive here in the first half. Ethan Bryant now 1v1, heads to his left. Rowdies right there with Dos Santos. The safety valve, and now Conway. Evan Conway takes one from behind, and once again does not get the benefit of a foul.
I'm not sure how that one's not a foul against Conway. It looked like it was all to his back. He does a good job popping up here, regaining that possession.
Deandra mentioned that Jacksonville game. It was Conway who was the star in that game with that late goal. Gave the Rowdies the 3 points.
Just getting a look at it here. He does a good job. It's this foul right there. It's all body. There's no ball contact there. The ball squirts away from him. But look at the legs. It's that contact right there that draws the foul. The referee didn't see it that way, but I understand why Conway was upset with that one.
Tampa Bay now attacking. Lewis Hilton. Hilton right through the goal and scored! The rebound put back in by Carson Henderlong. Waiting for that first goal to come, Jeff, and finally it does here in the 31st.
And this is how the Rowdies have been doing it at home this season. They've been striking quick. Doesn't look like there's much build-up on the play here, but Lewis Hilton, as we get a look at this one, he does a good job of establishing himself, taking that space, and everybody knows how hard Lewis Hilton hits the ball. It's this quick little build-up. We talked about Dolabella creating something. He takes that, touches that hard hit, and then the goalkeeper spills it, just like the one we talked about earlier. This time, Henderlong is there to clean it up. Give Henderlong a ton of credit for crashing the net and following that shot up. Absolutely a goal that the goalkeeper, Sutton, would want to have back. But it's that quick counter-attacking build-up play from the Rowdies that we're used to seeing in them this season. Pedro Dolabella, he gets the ball out wide. He recognizes the run from Hilton. Hilton doing a good job coming from that midfield roll. Takes his touch, has his shot. He hits the ball with pace, as we all know he loves to do. And then credit Henderlong for being there for the goalkeeper's spill.
So with that goal, the Rowdies will donate $250 to Orlando Health in Carson Henderlong's name. Well done for the Rowdies, and they've got their first lead of the night.
And that's what you need from the Tampa Bay Rowdies. It wasn't the prettiest goal. It came off of a little bit of a mistake, but in these tournament games, we were able to get that first goal in the game. It deflates the group just a little bit on the other side. And if you're the Tampa Bay Rowdies, now you feel a little bit of that pressure coming off, and now you can settle into this game a bit more.
You can watch the USL Championship in Spanish on 2DN, the nation's leading Spanish language sports network. Go to USLChampionship.com for the complete USL TV listings. We mentioned Rowdies head coach Dominic Casciato felt like this was a very winnable game. His team prepared for this contest, even though several of the Rowdies stars not in the 11, tweaking the lineup. He even felt more confident in his reserve guys able to go out there and get it done.
And that's something that's also great about these tournament games is it gives the coaches the opportunity to get a look at different players. These guys have been chomping at the bit to get on the field, but when you're undefeated on the season, it's very hard to crack into the lineup, and it's really hard for coaches to want to make those types of changes. But when you get the chance to play a tournament game, you get a look at different players, and you love to see a player like Henry Long cleaning up the scraps and getting himself on the score sheet.
Lewis Hilton. This one put in front, Conway. And we talk about Henderlong, the tremendous goal there, but again, Jeff, Hilton, the job that he did, just really applying pressure, getting a really nice shot on goal, really kind of created that one.
And we talked about earlier how much space he covers, and he's all over the field, whether it's the defensive role. His role is to play a little bit more defensive, so for him to be making that run from that deep position when he sees Pedro Dolabella has the ball out wide, it just creates that space, and he recognizes it and isn't afraid to step up and take it.
Got to be honest with you too, Jeff. At the end of last season, we kind of had a feeling Leo Fernandez, Forrest Lasso, they were going to call it a career. I thought maybe Lewis Hilton should be another guy to consider retirement. Boy, was I wrong.
Well, he's a person too. He brings a little bit of that stability. You have a group that is a bunch of new players, 20 new players. He's been here. He understands what it is to be a Tampa Bay Rowdy. He understands this organization. There's a reason that he has the armband on. And really just his effort and his skill has allowed him to stay on the field this year. It's a competitive midfield with this Rowdies group. But the way that Hilton has been playing, he's made a case for himself, and he is having a very solid start to the season.
Alex Ostrom. Rowdies now with a 1-0 lead can take some air out of it. Be a little methodical here, connect some dots, get everybody involved. Perez, Dolabella, and Hilton sharing. Lewis delivering a nice ball inside the box, and this one is just kept out of the goal. Tampa Bay nearly doubling their lead. Again, it was Henderlong applying pressure, and he had backup as well.
Well, look at this ball from Hilton. Again, it's Dolabella and Hilton in the midfield. Look at the perfectly paced ball right in stride. Henderlong not able to open himself up enough, and you have to give the goalkeeper Sutton credit on this one. Look at his ability to recover, smothering the ball right off of Evan Conway's foot. Conway looked like he had eyes for the goal. Give the goalkeeper credit for his ability to respond, but it's that connection right now between Dolabella and Hilton. The two of them are working well together, and it's a perfectly timed through ball.
And Alex Sutton, the keeper, maybe a little shaken up here. He has been under fire over the last 5 minutes. Rowdies, in just a moment, will have their first Colony Grill corner kick of the night. Henderlong and Hilton on the same page. So as you said, Lewis Hilton, this guy is just like a rock. And Dominic Cascado said he's never seen a guy who comes to practice, trains like Lewis Hilton, prepares like Lewis Hilton. I think he is going to be a dandy coach one day.
He's just a great guy around the locker room as well. Always has a smile on his face. Somebody that everybody else can look to as a veteran of this group. But we talked about it earlier, how I wanted to see Dolabella get himself on the ball a little bit more, and that's just not because of his ability to create, but it's also his ability to create that space for other players to fill in those gaps. We saw it in the goal. Dolabella and Hilton, they're able to connect 1-2. He gets that shot off. There's a rebound. We see it on that through ball. Dolabella and Hilton are able to connect. Hilton plays a great through ball in. They almost get a second one. Getting the midfielders on the ball is going to continue to be key, and so far we've seen that here in the last 5 minutes.
First Colony Grill corner kick of the night. And here it comes. Lofted nicely in the air. Oh, went to the back post. And this one will stay with the Rowdies. Give us a chance to tell you about Grand Central Brew House. Family-friendly, pet-friendly, community-friendly, 2-story brewery, tap room, and beer garden located in the heart of the Grand Central District. Grand Central Brew House, featuring traditional lagers and ales, brewed in-house and served directly from European serving takes. The Grand Central Brew House, place to be before, during, and after the game. So Perez, the outswinger here. Rowdies will still keep possession. Sarasota struggling to clear several times tonight. Perez squeezing one through. Ostrom staying with it. Finally, Paradise able to get it back. And will they control here? They will. Speaking of the Grand Central Brewhouse, Jeff, how have the Rowdies watch parties been going so far this year? I know you're a regular at all of them.
They've been fun. They've been fun environments. The fans are showing up. It's been good numbers. And again, like when the Rowdies are on the road, if you want to come out to one of these watch parties, it's a fun environment. There's giveaways, there's ticket giveaways, there's signed autographs, all the bells and whistles. So whenever there's a watch party, you see it on the calendar. If you're a Tampa Bay Rowdies fan, it's the place to be.
So now the Paradise, again, trying to get something going here. It's Roberto Burlew, right down into the teeth of the Rowdies defense. Trying to muster a shot. Tampa Bay not going to let it happen.
It's a good job making life difficult for Burlew from Dos Santos, but I think if Burlew was able to pick his head up, there was numbers out wide. Give Dos Santos credit for making sure that he was under pressure and keeping his head down, but if they're able to play a little bit quicker, I think it could have been a more dangerous situation there for Sarasota.
Now it's Bryant out of Monterey Bay. Burlew again, back to Valentine. Now taking some time. Declan Waters. Sarasota trying to just possess here. Another foul going to be called as the player goes down as Sogard hit the deck hard, and there's Coach Ilavada asking for it here in the 40th minute. Nice ball this time. McLaughlin, left side. Little time and space. Setting one up. Jamali Waite there to bring it home. Busy halftime coming your way. Prinx Tire USL Cup well underway here tonight. Slew of games. And who better to put it all in perspective than our own Dan Lucas of USL Championship. We'll look around the league. Highlights and stats coming your way as well. Jeff's analysis to set up half number 2. It's all coming your way at the half. Rowdies with a 1-0 lead here at home. It's USL Championship versus USL League One here tonight. This is group stage play, so it's not like a single elimination tournament. You play in the group stage, hope to accumulate some points to get you ready for that knockout round. Nice move this time. Paradise trying to get it in position. Top of the box, setting it right side. Oh, the shot right there, and it goes off the post. Wait, trying to keep it in, and finally able to gather it in. What a sequence.
Just a moment of chaos there in the box for the Tampa Bay Rowdies. I think it was Dos Santos that had a very important block. And here they are off and running. They love to play quick.
Tampa Bay, quick counter on the other side. This is Perez. Perez trying to give it a ride with that left foot. Dolabella.
We need to catch our breath here after that last minute.
Man.
Back and forth action there.
Hold your breath. You know how it is sometimes. You think USL Championship, USL League One, big talent gap perhaps there, but these Sarasota players, they have a lot of pride.
You got to look at it here. It's an easy, there's a lot of space there. He continues to take that space. It's a good throw ball here, and this is the block I'm talking about. Good job there from Dos Santos, and just so fortunate that ball hits off of Rodriguez. Look at this ball ping-ponging around, just ends up in the arms. Jamali Waite, the outstretched arms as we get a look at it. It's this block here from Dos Santos. It ricochets off Rodriguez. Just chaos in the box. and then just falls nicely into the safe arms of the goalkeeper, Jamali Waite. But good recovery there from Dos Santos, and if you're the Paradise, you're scratching your head a little bit, wondering how that ball didn't end up in the back of the net after all that ping-ponging.
Schaefer was also in a pretty good position in that sequence.
Yeah, we talked about that on one of the breakdowns this week. Schaefer did a good job last week with the goal line clearance against Charleston. He was in position again, ready to make sure that the ball didn't get past the goalkeeper.
So the throw in here by Schaefer. Right in the middle of that 18-yard box. Hilton brings it down. Lewis Hilton. They'll let this one go. A chance. That ball had a nice curl on it. Sutton played it again right off that ball.
Love the way that Hilton plays. He's just all over the field. He's always on the ball. Whenever he has his foot on the ball, you know that he's looking to do something dynamic, whether it's switching the field of attack, getting a good cross in, and everybody's seeing how he shoots from distance. For me in this first half, he's really been the difference maker in changing the pace and changing the flow of this game, the way that it was headed.
So here's another Colony Grill corner. This one. Ricochets goes across the entire pitch this time, and let's see, will the Rowdies have it once more? I believe so. Not many stoppages in this game thus far. Hilton again, able to keep it alive for the Rowdies. Olivetta tried to make something of that. A little too heavy-footed that time and overcooked it. So 4 minutes of stoppage time coming your way. Extra time for Sarasota to perhaps take a goal back to the locker room. .42 teams in this Prinx Tires USL Cup. Again, the Rowdies in a group with Miami FC, Sporting Jacksonville, FC Naples, and this Sarasota club as well. Keep in mind, one of the things we haven't really talked about tonight, Jeff, is if this game does end in a tie after regulation play, we would go to a shootout.
Straight to penalties. The winning team in penalties gets 2 points. The losing team gets that 1 point that they got for the draw. But I love that, especially in a tournament play. We don't want to see ties. Give us some penalties. Keep it exciting.
Love it. Squeeze a pass through here to Henderlong. Eventually goes the other way though. Dos Santos going to get whistled.
For me, that's the next evolution for Henderlong's game. For him to get more minutes on the field, he does a good job getting that goal. Can we be a little bit stronger in that hold-up play? He's a big body. He's a big forward, especially when there's numbers coming at you. Can you hold that ball up, be a little bit stronger on the ball? Once he's able to do that a little bit stronger in this league, I think it's a total package.
Love it. Now it's Ostrom. Rowdies coming off a 1-1 draw at Charleston. I know it wasn't 3 points last week, Jeff. That's a pretty important game, isn't it, for the confidence of this Rowdy side?
Absolutely. Against a team like Charleston, who they haven't gotten a point in Charleston since 2021. So to go up there, get a point at this stage in the season, Charleston's a group that's had players that have stuck together for a very long time. So you talk about the situation that the Rowdies are in with all the new players. To go up there and prove themselves on that stage, especially on national TV, it's a point that I think that will go them a long way in terms of confidence as the season continues to roll on.
Sutton hammers this ball up. Rowdies still applying a little pressure here. Tampa Bay just not letting Sarasota get comfortable. Again with another takeaway. And now the home side will play keep away. We're in the final minute and a half of this first half. Over the top now. Rowdies will threaten once more. It's Perez. Perez puts it in, will set up the header. And again, it was Henderlong, had a chance to go for the brace.
That's a tricky play there from Perez, outside of the foot, outswinging ball, able to connect with Henderlong, who's making that run to the near post. Just unable to redirect it. Tough angle for Henderlong, but just unable to redirect it on frame.
This is Hilton. Nato Santos. Ostrom now and Conway. Conway for Ostrom. This one on the ground. And Henderlong again just couldn't stop and turn it around. And this will be Conway now called for the foul.
Easy one for the referee here. You love the pressure that Conway applies. He's always willing to step. He's always willing to press. But just a little bit late there.
Couple goals on the season for Evan Conway. And that will do it for the first half. So back and forth. Sarasota holds their own for about the first 30 minutes. The Rowdies, though, get a dandy goal. Carson Henderlong off the rebound of a Lewis Hilton shot. And Tampa Bay has a 1-0 lead to kick off this Prinx Tires USL Cup. So the Rowdies with the lead, and right now they got to be feeling pretty good. Let's send it down to D'Angelo.
I'm here with Coach Dominic Cassiato. A little bit of a local rivalry here tonight with Sarasota, but not your regular starting 11. How do you feel like the team is playing so far, and what do you maybe want to see differently in the second half?
Yeah, I think we can be a little bit more aggressive without the ball, and then I think with the ball just having a little bit more patience.
Thanks so much. Guys.
All right, thank you, Deandra. A rough and rowdy night here at Al Lang Stadium. Some beautiful pets in the park. The Rowdies try and add to their lead here in the second half. That is moments away. Before that, our halftime show coming your way. The Prinx Tires USL Cup on Tampa Bay's 44 continues after this.
I'm Spencer, champion of savings. Because when it comes to saving money, no one saves like me.
And when it's time to get a better rate for new or used wheels, Suncoast Credit Union has the best deal.
Refi your ride with Suncoast. Get $200 cash back and no payments for 90 days. Visit a branch or suncoast.com/auto refi.
Get influenced by me. Get pre-approved for an auto loan at Suncoast and you'll love your rate as much as you love your ride.
That must be our new 500 times the cash scratch off. What a massive multiplier.
It's like I always say, go big or go bigger.
And it'll help us do huge things for education.
Donut? I'll take 500.
I'll get the multiplier.
Times the cash scratch-offs from the Florida Lottery. It's good fun.
Okay, someday you're gonna get your own room, I promise. Okay?
For the child you promised to give their own room. Let Union Home Mortgage be with you every step of the way and help you deliver on those promises. Union Home is here to help you through the challenges that go along with purchasing your first home, including options with little to no down payment. Go to UHM.com to get started today. Union Home Mortgage. Promises kept.
When we see you, we see ourselves. So the care you receive is exactly the kind of care we would want.
Great news. You're gonna be fine. You're all good.
Orlando Health. We make it personal.
Some beautiful pets in the park tonight. Here at the start of the Prinx Tires USL Cup, the Rowdies with a 1-0 lead over Sarasota Paradise. The Paradise and the Rowdies, one of the newer rivalries in USL Cup play. So excited you're with us, everybody. I'm Drew Felios. Yes, this event known as the Jägermeister Cup a year ago, a little bit different, the Prinx Tires USL Cup here in 2026. It is bigger and better than ever before. And for more on this great event, we check in with our Dan Lucas.
This year's Cup promises even more drama. 42 clubs in the USL Championship and League One will form 7 groups filled out by region. Each club will play 4 group matches, and when the dust settles, the 7 group winners will advance along with 1 wild card team, not 2 wild cards like last year. The remaining 8 clubs will be drawn into 4 quarterfinal matches with 1 stipulation. The wild card cannot be drawn against its group winner. The 4 quarterfinal winners will then be drawn for the semifinal round, with the 2 finalists drawn to determine the host for the Prinx Tires USL Cup final.
All right, Dan, thank you so much. So, yes, this event, a little bit different than regular season and USL Championship, but certainly an event where the Rowdies want to have a great showing. Tonight, the beginning of group stage play, and Tampa Bay holding up their end of the bargain. A 1-0 lead over the Sarasota Paradise. When we come back, we'll have a lot more coming your way. League standings. We'll also size up the Rowdies' play in the first half. Look forward to half number 2 as well, and take you around USL Championship. That and much more to come.
Pain doesn't care who you are or why you hurt, but pain can be mastered if you know the way. Fight back with Tiger Balm's legendary herbal power. Trusted for over 100 years, our proven blend of camphor, menthol, and essential oils tames pain with the strength and speed of the tiger, so that you can rise above pain and get back to living. This is the way of the tiger.
Prinx Tires in the USL help soccer journeys everywhere to drive harder. From city playgrounds to suburban sidelines. From early mornings to late nights. From fun with friends to winner takes all. From the biggest fan to the biggest heart. And at every turn, Prinx Tires will be there for the long haul.
The Tampa Bay Rowdies are back at Al Lang Stadium for the 2026 season, with new players, new hunger, and new standards. But we can't do it alone. Talent alone doesn't win games. Your support matters. The atmosphere matters. Every rep, every sprint, every tackle, we are fighting for you. The season starts now. Join the fight and get your tickets at rowdysoccer.com. Come on, you Rowdies.
It is halftime in the Prinx Tires USL Cup. Time for some of the headlines for this week. I'm Dan Lucas inside the USL studio. Corey Bennett of Colorado Springs scored 2 goals against Monterey Bay in Week 7 of the USL Championship. That's 6 goals for the season, the Golden Boot lead through 7 games, and that total matches the season high for an individual player from the Switchbacks in 2025. In League One, AC Boise's first home victory of the season was a dominating 4-0 performance performance against Westchester SC. Dennis Kostashin climbed within a goal of the leader in the Golden Boot race with a pair of goals. He's now scored 3 times in Boise's past 2 games. And Boise played a big part in a huge attendance week for League One in Week 7. More than 22,000 fans total. Boise led the way with 7,204. And Portland Hearts of Pine close behind, 6,033. If those 2 clubs were in the USL Championship, Boise would rank 6th in average attendance through 7 weeks. Portland would rank 8th. Upcoming national broadcasts for both the Championship and League One: Detroit City and Louisville City. Boise hosts FC Naples, and Richmond hosts Charleston in the Prinx Tires USL Cup. All 3 matches are on the CBS Sports Network. Well, the second half is getting closer. Let's get you back out to your match.
So a big night in cup play, and this is the way it is stacked up so far. Look at some of the results. Charleston gets a victory, so a good bounce back there over Loudoun. Pittsburgh also in the second half, 2-0 over Greenville. Greenville, a superpower in League One play. Lou City, they've got a run for their money. They're tied at 1 apiece. And we saw a 0-0 battle in Group 5. No goals in that contest. Rhode Island and Hartford. Look, Miami, though. Miami FC victorious as they take down Sporting Jacksonville. That is a big win for the team from South Florida. So if the Rowdies get a victory here tonight, Tampa Bay and Miami would be tied. This is the stage that the Rowdies are in here. And, of course, Tampa Bay, their hands full with the Paradise. FC Naples, they can be a side to be reckoned with. Miami FC also, given the Rowdies' problems in the past, Sporting Jacksonville, Tampa Bay does have a victory over them earlier in this regular season. But a very formidable Florida group in the Prinx Tires USL Cup. 1-0 is your score after 1 half of play. Fun night here at the stadium. We'll have much more and bring back in Jeff Atnella with analysis for the second half after this.
Babe, are we out of paper towels?
I think so. And maybe a new toy for Sunny?
Already in my cart. Ooh, it's the newest viral tumbler.
I mean, we're getting instant cash back, so go for it. Suncoast Cashback Plus gives you up to 20% back combined with your Suncoast Credit Union checking or savings account. From everyday purchases, dining out, or buying gift cards, you'll get cash back on the spot. Get started at suncoast.com/morecash.
When everything's on the line, real heroes rise to the occasion. Or die trying. We're firefighters. We're gonna find a way to get you out of here. We take the hits together.
We're on the same team.
I'm right here with you, no matter what.
I would never leave you hanging in the deep end.
This place is a way of giving you new family.
Fire Country, Sunday nights beginning at 8 on Tampa Bay 44.
Morgan Auto Group has the selection you need in the service you want, with over 28,000 vehicles across 70 dealerships and 28 brands. Plus, everything from basic maintenance to collision repairs, and over 20 years of service in the community. From our home in Tampa down to Southwest Florida to Miami and West Palm, across Central Florida, through Gainesville and Lake City, up to Jacksonville and our state capital. Shop Morgan Auto Group, Florida's largest automotive retailer. When you make it Morgan, we make it happen.
Okay, someday you're gonna get your own room, I promise. Okay?
For the child you promised to give their own room. Let Union Home Mortgage be with you every step of the way and help you deliver on those promises. Union Home is here to help you through the challenges that go along with purchasing your first home, including options with little to no down payment. Go to UHM.com to get started today. Union Home Mortgage. Promises kept.
Fun interstate battle taking place here tonight. We're at halftime. The Rowdies a 1-0 lead over the Sarasota Paradise. And Prinx Tires is proud to be the presenting sponsor of the Prinx Tires USL Cup. Built for practical performance and the long haul, Prinx delivers reliability for everyday drivers like you. Visit PrinxTireUSA.com to learn more. Welcome back inside the booth. So excited you're here tonight with us, Drew Felios and the Rowdies. legendary keeper Jeff Attinella. Always love saying that. Rowdies pitching a shutout so far here after one half of play. How would you size up the play?
Well, I think it was exactly what you'd see in a tournament game between a League One team and a championship team. Sarasota made it stingy. They made it tough for the Rowdies to break them down. But now once the Rowdies have that goal, you started to see the game open up a little bit more, and the Rowdies started playing with that confidence. As we get a look at the highlights here, early in the match, you saw the Rowdies really being able to dictate the pace of play, which I thought was one of the most important parts tonight. They did a good job getting crosses into the box, did a good job getting themselves behind. I will give Sarasota a ton of credit, though. They settled themselves into the game. But then this is the moment of joy here for the Tampa Bay Rowdies. It's that build-up play from the midfield. We talked about Lewis Hilton and his ability to strike the ball from distance. Give Henderlong a ton of credit. He's there to clean up the rebound, a goal that the goalkeeper Sutton would like to have back. But for me, that is the breakthrough moment so far in this game. And after that moment, you started to see the Rowdies have some joy. It wasn't all joy, though, because there was a little bit of a nervy moment here towards the end. The ball bounces off the post, off of a block, a bunch of ricochets. Next thing you know, it's in Jamali Waite's hands. This was really the best chance that Sarasota's had tonight. Good last-ditch defending there from the Tampa Bay defense. A little bit of luck. But again, in these tournament games, those goals mean so much. And for me, it's the next goal that's going to be the most important. You get a look at the stats here. The shots are in favor of the Rowdies, shots on target, possession. These are all stats that you're used to seeing. These are things that you expect in a game like this. But again, the scoreline is only 1-0. The next goal in this game is going to be so crucial and so important to the momentum of this game. I wouldn't be so bothered with the other stats. You expected to see that. For me, it's all about the goals. And whoever gets the next one is going to swing this momentum in their favor.
So great analysis as usual from our Jeff Attinella. Youngsters having a ball here in the stadium tonight. One of the iconic venues, USL Championship, Al Lang Stadium. If you've never watched a game here, you've never been here, it's a bucket list item in sports. Got to do it. And what an incredible venue it has been for the Rowdies since their rebirth. So for Tampa Bay, I mentioned earlier in this broadcast several of the Rowdies' top players, guys like Max Schneider, Russell Cicerone as well, Andy Myers. They did not start in the 11 like they usually would. So you have to wonder, do they run onto the field tonight? At what point in this game should they? Could they possibly just be resting as long as you can go the distance here, get a victory with this lineup? Wonder what Dominic Casciato was thinking. And Jeff, you think that some of the Rowdies' top scorers will make it onto the pitch eventually?
Well, I think as well, with players in the rhythm that they're in, giving them a run. You know what I mean? You want to have the players on the field. You want to give them the opportunity to play. I do think that the timing of the substitutes will really depend on how the beginning of this second half goes. If the Rowdies are able to get one, create themselves a little bit of separation, the options for Dominic Casciato to leave the players on the field that are on the pitch are a little bit more available. If the game gets tied, if the game stays close, bringing on those difference makers that you're used to seeing will be something that is extremely important. So I really think that the substitute pattern is going to be based on how this second half plays out as we start to see the minutes tick off the clock.
So the Rowdies get right to work. Tolabella operating. He's been very active here tonight. This one flicked up. A little bit too much on it by Perez. Look at the green mist above the field right now as the Rowdies win it back. Tampa Bay coming at you. It's A-Rod. Good tackle made that time, and Rodriguez points to himself as it's going to be Paradise ball.
He does everything right. Unfortunately, towards the end, he's just not able to get this cross off. It's a great step from that defensive position, getting himself involved in the attack. And then you just see it here, just a little bit of a pull of a foul. But this is a player who has the ability to get himself up and down. We're used to seeing Dion Acoff, the regular starter, running up and down this right side. But also Rodriguez, he's also a player who's able to have that ability. So I'd like to see him get himself a little bit more involved in the attack, be a little bit more braver going forward.
Off the back of the official that time. And it's going to go back to Sarasota here. Yeah, anytime you've got group stage play, an event like this, you know if you're an academy player on the roster, you're doing your job, you've waited your turn, you're going to get some playing time. So this is huge for Rodriguez here tonight.
And as a player too, you want to reward players that work hard in training.
Sure.
And the best way to reward players is getting them game minutes.
Paradise now building from the back. Waters. A little sloppy that time. Hilton and Tampa Bay getting it right back to Santos. Now I'd like to see 17 a little more involved here. Mateus Oliveira talked about his opportunity in the 11 tonight, right inside the center circle right here. They'll switch sides and the Rowdies will move forward. This is Rodriguez spreading it wide. And now Perez with the right foot. This one to Oliveira. Oh, looked like it had some mustard on it that time.
We had the right idea. And again, it must have been a point of emphasis to get Alex Rodriguez up and down this right sideline a little bit more. We've seen it 2 times here early in the second half. He has a look here, just not able to get his foot around it far enough. I think he was trying to get that ball to the far post, but you said it. In the first 5 minutes, he was all over the ball. He was able to find the ball in the space. We haven't been able to really call his number too much.
Sogard. Oh, this one put inside the box here. An opportunity, and now trying to take a dive. Official not going to buy it. That's good officiating.
Took the words right out of my mouth. Good job there from the referee not falling for that one. I don't fault the Sarasota striker, though. If you feel contact in the box, even if it's a little bit, trying to get themselves back into this game, hit the deck, but solid job for the referee not falling for it.
As the keeper, or a former keeper, Jeff, I bet you saw some doozies throughout your career.
And some of them went our way and some of them didn't.
This one launched. Held up now by Henderlong.
Much better there from Henderlong. That's what we want to see. Be that target forward that can hold the ball up and allow the Rowdies offense to get numbers into the attacking side.
Tampa Bay another attack. This one put on the ground, and it'll be the first Colony Grill corner kick of the second half. On the way, Ostrom, he has been active.
I just spoke on it, but that's just the difference of when a target forward is able to control the ball and when he's not able to control the ball. Because once that ball gets to him, if he's able to take a little second, give the team time to get themselves up, those long balls coming in the target forward, hold that ball up, allow the midfielders to get up, allow those outside backs to get up, and that's when you get your numbers. It's so important when they're able to do that.
Paradise in position. Here's Perez on the corner, the outswinger. Ball is right to the far post. Oliveira had it at his feet. Rowdies now trying to turn it around. What an opportunity that was. I think Oliveira couldn't believe that ball got through.
That's what I was going to say. I'm not sure he ever expected that ball to find his foot. There was so much traffic in front of it.
But, Jeff, this is how the game of soccer is. Sometimes, bam, you've got a gift right at your feet. You got to be ready.
You have to be ready for it. But again, look at the traffic that's in here. It's a good ball in here from Perez. And it just made its way through 3 or 4 different Sarasota defenders. Would like to see him do a little bit better with this. Does a good job peeling himself off, but you said it, just not ready to receive that ball when it get through.
Alex Sutton played pretty well thus far for the visitors. He is in gold tonight for the Paradise. Started the night 78 degrees, about 75 right now. Just another beautiful night. And we've got a throw in here on the way for Tampa Bay. Got a hold up, and this is going to be Oliveira who is going to get the yellow, trying to impede the run. Paradise will place it down for a set piece. The USL Championship in League One on CBS Sports and ESPN platforms all season long. Catch live matches and expert analysis every day on the Golazo Network and ESPN Plus. Go to USLChampionship.com or USLLeague1.com for the complete USL TV listings.
We've seen this a couple times, you and I. These fouls in the second half in dangerous spots.
Paradise going to try and make the most of this. So 46 on top of it. This one is launched, and again, just off target. No damage done.
That's a very ambitious effort. It would have to be a picture-perfect shot to beat a goalkeeper like Waite from that distance. I think for the Paradise, you need to take more advantage of these opportunities. They've only had 3 or 4 chances to really try to put themselves in a position to get the ball in the frame. The name of the game is just trying to value those.
So the Rowdies get it back here. Tampa Bay now on the front foot. Charlie Ostrom. Conway trying to regain his footing. Ostrom back to help him out. Now Olivetta. Dolabella. Rowdies playing towards the goal. The Skyway Casuals right on top of him. Ralph Smob as well. Dos Santos and Olivetta. Nicely done by Tampa Bay. And oh, just as I say that, an offside. You saw, I believe it was Henderlong just ahead of the pack.
They just checked back from that offsides position. It was good build-up, though. And there's such a difference when the Rowdies are able to break those lines with those passes. You see what it does to the Sarasota defense.
You know, look at the Rowdies faithful right there. Ralph Smob and Skyway Casuals. The Skyway Casuals actually come from the other side of the bridge. So perhaps we thought tonight a little bit of conflict with the Casuals. Who would they side with, the Rowdies or the Sarasota Paradise, Jeff? That is a very, very tough question, isn't it? You looked into it this week.
I did. So I had a conversation with one of the main Skyway Casuals, and just the tradition, the history, and they said you could change. You said you could change your, what did he say? There are a lot of different things that you could change. You could change your wife, you could change your job, but he said you can't change your club. So I thought that that was great.
So they are sticking with the Rowdies, apparently. That's good news. This franchise would not be the same without the Casuals.
They do such a good job as well. And since the biggest game that they've had in any year that they've had an organization. So if you're in Sarasota, you want to join the Skyway Casuals, come on over down to St. Pete. There's a good contingency of you down here.
This ball sent up. In the 18-yard box, Tampa Bay keeping it alive. Paradise able to win it back. There's ball played now out of bounds. Rowdies will have possession here in the 57th minute. Any good Sarasota memories growing up, Jeff, in your childhood at all or through the years?
I spent no time in Sarasota,
really?
Which is crazy. You think about how close it is. That's where St. Armand Circle is in Sarasota. Yes. Yeah, I've been down there a couple times. That's a beautiful spot.
Player goes down. Wondering if our fans watching tonight have some Sarasota memories. I ask because my family, throughout my childhood, took 2 weeks out of the year during the summer, went down to Lido Beach in Sarasota. Just one of the most beautiful beaches. I know we love Clearwater and St. Pete here by the bay, but Lido Beach, just spectacular down there. Siesta Key, beautiful spots.
All right, now I got to check it out. I'll put it on the list.
Anna Maria Island as well, and the Sarasota club just offering a new dimension.
I didn't realize Anna Maria Island was Sarasota. I didn't know that. That's good ball.
Here come the Rowdies. Dolabella. A little frustrated. Still searching for that breakout moment. You can't watch the match. Turn on Sirius XM FC 157, North America's only 24/7 source for engaging soccer talk, including USL All Access Tuesday nights, plus live matches from USL, MLS, Premier League, and more on Sirius XM FC 157 and the Sirius XM app. Hilton, careful with the spikes that time. Olivetta. Quickly now the Rowdies work. Conway. Right back to you. Olivetta places it nicely and scored! It's Henderlong's second of the night.
This is a big-time goal here from the Tampa Bay Rowdies. Credit Henderlong. This is an excellent finish as he finds himself on the near post. But we talked about the next goal of this game and the importance of it. Olivera, we talked about him. Is he going to show up again? He's able to create this space in the midfield. They made a point of emphasis to get their outside backs higher up the field. It's a good driven ball to that near post. And look at this finish with the left foot here. Picks his head up, drives it back, cuts it back. He's able to get himself in front of that defender. Beats the goalkeeper to the near post with a ton of confidence. Look at that run to the near post. Great spot there for the forward. And for me, the big difference here in this second half, there's been a point of emphasis to get the outside backs more involved. This play starts with Ostrom out wide. He creates the opportunity to create the space for the midfielders. Good cutback. Henderlong does the rest. Good to see him popping up in the score sheet. We talked about he was a player that was brought in. They want to see the type of production that he was doing in League One. He gets his opportunity to start, and he has 2 goals on the night.
So once again, in Carson Henderlong's name, the Rowdies donate another $250 to Orlando Health and double their lead. Just get the feeling this one could potentially open up as well. Late in this contest, we've got big-time Rowdies firepower expected to check in momentarily.
I've played in these types of games, these tournament games, the Open Cup, where there's a difference in league and there's a difference in level.
There you see the line change about to happen. Major firepower coming in. MD Myers up, Russell Cicerone as well.
But to the point, momentum in these games is such a big thing. That's why the second goal is huge for the Rowdies. You saw the Sarasota Paradise reaction, heads drop. And now there's just a ton of joy from the Rowdies and expecting to have a lot of fun here.
Perez setting up another. Sutton gets a hand on it. This is Hilton. Crowd wants a shot. There it is. Oh, what a tip that time by Sutton. What a shot by Lewis Hilton. And the Rowdies once again knocking on the door.
Credit the goalkeeper, Sutton. This is a big time save. Starts off with the punch. Hilton doing a good job creating space for his left foot. Nice little drag there. This ball had eyes on the top shelf, but Sutton full extension. Give the goalkeeper credit. There's a ton of traffic as well. He's able to find the ball. Big time save there from the goalkeeper.
Just see Lewis Hilton. He is feeling it. He is very cerebral right now. So much confidence so far in the year. Being able to do anything he wants. Oh, once again skating across the box. You hear the gas from the crowd.
Schaefer just misses this one. The big center back. It's a dangerous ball in from Ostrom. You saw his reaction. Almost couldn't believe he missed the header. He was wide open on the near post, but I think the ball just had a little bit too much pace. And here comes some of the heavy hitters for the Rowdies.
So major line change about to happen. If you're Sarasota right now, these guys coming in, you got to be thinking, oh boy. Max Schneider, number 23. Andy Myers, number 9. And the great Russell Cicerone. Dolabello will first head out for the home side, and so will Olivetta.
And to me, the timing of these substitutes with the score of the game means that this was something that was probably planned before the game started. Give these guys a good run. Maybe reestablish some of that rhythm that we saw from them in the regular season. Even a player like MD Myers, would be great to see him pop up on the score sheet again. Get some of that confidence back from the days that he was scoring those goals.
Anderson Rosa done for the night. Backstrand will come in to replace him for the Paradise. A couple players go down here. One of them, Schneider. Wastes no time getting on the deck. And the Rowdies possess here. 63rd minute, a 2-0 lead on Tampa Bay's 44 and ESPN Plus. If you're just joining us, welcome. to Tampa Bay Rowdies soccer. It's been a fun night thus far, and the Rowdies look to add to their lead. Drew Felios with Jeff Attinella and our tremendous Rowdies crew. Happy to be here. Ostrom now with Schneider, and now you'll see the Rowdies really play fast and connect those dots. Check that time, it heads out of bounds. And our broadcast tonight brought to you by Suncoast Credit Union. More perks, less fees. We invite you to join Suncoast today. Suncoast Credit Union, proud sponsor of the Rowdies. Thrilled to have them aboard here in 2026. So many cool storylines to mention for this Rowdies side. This is your first time following them this season. Come on aboard, jump on the bandwagon. This team is unbeaten so far. Sutton grabs it again as Cicerone races right past him. And if you're Sarasota, got to be really careful. The Rowdies are pressing, and they're not going to make things easy here on the visitors. That's a late call right there, and it'll be against Cicerone. Russell Cicerone, first season with the Rowdies, but a household name in USL Championship. Originally selected by a team you suited up for, Jeff, the Portland Timbers, and the 2017 MLS Super Draft.
He crossed paths a little bit out there. He spent some time with T2 when I was playing for the Timbers. It's great to see the career that he's been able to establish for himself.
What was it like living in Portland? Beautiful city?
Beautiful city. I loved where I lived, and there's nothing like playing a game in Portland.
Really?
Yeah, I used to tell people all the time. I would say, if you're not a big soccer fan, come watch a game in Portland. And I was telling people that before I played for the Timbers. So to have the opportunity to actually play for the team and call that my home field, it was truly, truly a special thing for me.
Well, soccer season is here, and SeatGeek is the official ticketing partner of the USL. Get all your USL tickets and more from the #1 ticketing site, SeatGeek, your ticket to great seats. Probably cannot get an American soccer franchise further away from the Tampa Bay area than the Portland Timbers.
It did take a long time to come home. It took a very long time to get myself to and from the two places. No direct flights either.
Man, what'd you have to fly through?
Just depended on the cost of the flight, my friend. Depended on the cost. A lot of times it was Denver, sometimes it was Utah.
Sure.
And even, sometimes if you really want to save money, you'd go through Texas.
Good plan. A little shove that time from Perez. Those two going at it. The 22, Hugo Backstrand, who recently checked in. I think a little bit of a statement that time from Perez. Those two guys have been John, a little chippy over the last few minutes.
I was gonna say, that was a little more than a little shove. There's a little emphasis behind that one.
Perez now will come off here momentarily.
Good to see a player like Perez getting the start as well. He's been a very dynamic weapon for the Tampa Bay Rowdies off the bench so far during the USL season. So to get a good run the way that he's been able to do so.
Looks like perhaps some cramping here from Hinderlong, who has put in a full shift, and this guy could be the next one coming out. Now, he has really covered a lot of ground tonight. I think if this guy does go out here in the coming minutes, it has been well earned, the rest that he's going to get.
Well, he made a point for himself, and that's exactly what you want to do in these types of games. Especially for forwards. Forwards, put the ball into the back of the net and you'll get your coach's attention. He did a good job of that tonight. The first goal, he's able to crash that rebound. Second goal, dangerous near post run with that great finish. This is what you see sometimes for players getting their first extended run of the season. A little bit of cramping, a little bit of fatigue. Hopefully it's nothing too serious for the young man.
Yep. Keep in mind too, this is a pretty dry air here around the Tampa Bay area. We've not had rain in quite a long time.
Which is a weird thing to say, isn't it?
Yes, certainly is. Expect to have lots of participation, or precipitation, I should say, this summer. Rough and Rowdy's night continues. What a cute little dog there. Fans reacting on the big screen. So Henderlong on the deck for quite a while here, and let's see if he will come out. He's going to walk off the field here slowly, and this looks like it's going to be it. Meanwhile, Sean Kanani comes in for the Paradise. And Rowdy's set to bring in Marco Micheletto. Seeing his first action tonight. This guy has been a force. 2 goals for Tampa Bay this year.
A very active midfielder. What I love about Micheletto, what he's brought to this team, he loves to make these deep midfield runs which penetrate that back line. Not afraid to get himself in attack.
The Paradise trying to get everybody forward. Backstrand, and they can't keep possession. Kemper Auto knows your journey, and they will help you along the way. They are affordable, they are personalized, and auto insurance you can count on. Get a quote today at Kemper.com. Kemper Auto Insurance you can count on. 71st minute. Rowdy's in command here late. This ball was launched. And a whistle here. Possession should belong to Tampa Bay. Prinx Tires USL Cup. Group stage beginning tonight. Tampa Bay off to a really fast start. How about this ball now? All of a sudden it's Cicerone on the attack. And it's going to be called off. The offside flag goes up. Take one more look, see if when this was received. I mean, that is just, to me, too close to call.
It's a tight line. I think that he was a little bit behind that big center back as we get a look at it there. As the ball was played, it looked like he did have a little bit of a head start, so I don't mind the call, but to your point, that is an extremely tight line.
Another little tie up there. You see Perez, got to be careful. Now a little talking to. It's the official number 4, Declan Waters. Came to Sarasota from Chattanooga. He is really the enforcer on this Paradise team. Nice save made that time. The possession kept alive. Waters gets it back here. Sogard. Nice little flick. Trying to get this one in position. Tampa Bay on guard. And the Rowdies have a player down here. As Rodriguez. Again, there's perhaps a cramp that time. Maybe he came down wrong. Oh. Can feel it from all the way up here.
That's the one good thing about being a goalie. Never caught a cramp.
Never like to diagnose an injury up here as far away as we are, but kind of looks that way.
Well, that stretch is the universal signal, right?
Yes. So finally, ball pulled out of bounds here, 75th minute. If you're Alex Rodriguez, you're not used to playing a shift this long in competition like this. You know he's got to be feeling it right now.
Well, there's nothing that replicates gameplay like actually being on the field and playing a solid 90 minutes.
Oh man.
You could train, you could run, you could do the fitness, but there's just something about a game that's different.
Straight up in the air here. .50 ball right at the midfield line, called in favor of the Rowdies. If you're just joining us, Tampa Bay getting 2 goals from their number 14 Carson Henderlong, and they enjoy this 2-0 lead. Sarasota has had some good moments in this game, but just has not been able to put enough on frame here. And there you see Henderlong right now getting his much-earned rest. Nice move here from Micheletto. Marco Micheletto finds Perez. Perez right back to him. Micheletto tried to squeeze it through that space. Good. Keeping his cool, able to get it back, and Rowdies keep possession. Here's Schneider. Cicerone to Schneider. Schneider right to the middle. Oh! Tremendous save by Sutton. Could not have got to the final third as well as that for Tampa Bay.
And I love this from the central midfielder Schneider. Just the combination play that he's able to create. Getting himself in behind that back line, picking his head up, finding the forward, the dangerous forward, MD Myers. Just not able to find the back of the net. Good positioning there from the goalkeeper Sutton.
Dion Akoff ready to enter for the Rowdies. And it's Rodriguez. I think this is a great move from Coach Casciato, realizing 36 did his job tonight and a lot more. This guy has been a rock here for Tampa Bay. Dion Akoff, here's another look.
As you get a look at the run from Schneider, it's combination play with him and Cicerone, continuing his run and finding that space. The 3 substitutes we talked about, right? The heavy hitters coming off the bench. It's his combination play, the cutback. Myers just not able to find the back of the net.
The USL on CBS Sports Network kicks off the month of May with the championship class. Eastern Conference powerhouses locking horns. Detroit City FC battles Louisville City, 6 p.m. Eastern, May 2nd. That's on CBS Sports Network. Catch all the action.
It's good to see Dion Akoff out here. He was dealing with a little bit of an injury, a little bit of a knock. Such a dynamic weapon. He's been a force early in the season for the Tampa Bay Rowdies.
Here comes Tampa Bay. Once again to get numbers forward. It's Cicerone trying to find his way. Russell able to get it back. Inside the box now. The shot straight on. Oh! Ricochets off by Sutton once again.
If there's a Tampa Bay Rowdy on the field that deserves a goal tonight, it is Hilton. He is finding the space. Sutton again turns him away, but he is finding the space on top of the box. Cicerone doing a good job getting himself into a dangerous spot.
Right there, that lane.
You saw it open up. Emily Myers doing a good job. He's recognizing that he sees Hilton in the midfield making that run. The space opens up, but again, just not able to find the corner.
So here's another Colony Grow corner. They go to the far post with it. Good job by Micheletto trying to keep it alive, but it heads out of bounds. As the keeper, you've seen that so many times, Jeff, where you got a clear lane between you and the shot taker. What's easier to save, when it's on the ground or when it's in the air?
I love when the lane used to clear.
Yeah.
You don't have the screen. You could just face it 1v1. But for me, a shot in the air was always easier to save, especially from that distance, because when you get on the ground for a goalkeeper, you have to switch your body. You have to get yourself low as quickly as possible. But a shot in the air like that, it's a little bit easier to save just because there's less you have to do in terms of just tracking the ball and trying to move your body. But having a clear line of vision for the goalkeeper is everything.
So now it's Hilton again. Sarasota looks a little bit tired here in the 80th minute.
I'd like to see one more from this Rowdies group. They're really peppering this defense right now.
Rowdies loft one up. This could be it. Prinx launching over the crossbar. Good idea, though.
Good idea. And his first touch, he is a left-footed dominant player. It's that first touch, drags it to his right foot, leaning back a little bit more uncomfortable using that leg for the shot. So unfortunately, it sails over.
So here's Chandler O'Dwyer coming in here, and he replaces the number 19 Garrett McLaughlin, former Ford Madison star. See all the activity up on that berm here tonight. Rough and Rowdies night it is. And the themes this season have been so creative. So fans, you can join us next week on May 2nd for Mustaches for Mental Health Night, presented by Orlando Health. Kickoff set for 7:30 as the Rowdies help shine a light on mental health awareness, support, and the resources available in our community. Wear green and be a part of a meaningful night at Al Lang Stadium. Tickets on sale right now at rowdiesoccer.com.
There'll be green mustaches handed out. Come support the cause. Come support the team.
Definitely want to get my hands on one of those.
I think we need him in the booth for the intro.
That would be really cool.
I'll see what I can do.
Tampa Bay again on the attack. Cicerone just paving the way for himself. Now shot from distance. And again, Sutton comes up big. Boy, they are peppering him with shots here late in the second half.
This is what I expected. Sutton was going to need to make a bunch of saves just to keep his team in it, and that's exactly what we've been seeing, especially as the Rowdies have found more joy. And if you're Sarasota, I think right now the game plan is just try to hang on as best as you can, see if you can try to sneak one in, make things a little bit more dangerous, but a lot of these heads are dropping right now where I think the Tampa Bay Rowdies can take advantage of it.
So this one can be walked back here by our lead official, Stefan Petty. Just really sense the Rowdies not content with this 2-0 lead. They have really put the pedal to the metal here in the last 10 minutes. once again by the Paradise. It's the number 5, Sogard. This one sent towards the goal, no problem for Waite. Akoff here will throw it in. Miami FC victorious early on tonight. Play low keep away here, Tampa Bay. Trying to get it back. Lewis Hilton right in the middle of things, and Hilton will earn his 3rd yellow card of the season right there.
Again, it's all coming from these late challenges. That's where you're seeing the yellow card. Just a little bit of a late step there. Still buzzing though at 85 minutes. Still covering ground, doing his work, doing his job. Really just the engine for this group tonight.
Another impressive night for Lewis Hilton. Again, not a lot on the stat sheet. He's going to complete a lot of balls, we know. But right here, sometimes, I mean, he is a rugged player. I think he'd be a great rugby player. Don't you think?
Maybe post soccer.
Yeah.
He wants to try it out.
Brian Schaefer here to throw it in. So far, Sarasota in 2 outings against the Rowdies have not been able to muster a goal. All hope not lost though on tonight. They can get something going here. Backstrand. And trying to get this field nice and spread. Declan Waters. Waters can't connect on that ball. Akoff comes away with it. Perez sending it up. He was hit really hard. And that will certainly be a foul and a yellow card to go with it.
As you see a little bit more tired legs, this game is starting to get a little bit more chippy.
Yes. Just get a feeling too that Sarasota is out of ideas. Boom.
Just all body there. No effort to even go to the ball. Easy yellow card for the referee.
Micheletto now with Ostrom. Send it back now. Well done, Schneider. Akoff holding it up. See if we'll try and get one in MD Myers territory here. The number 9 for the Rowdies watches this one sail by. Winds up with Hilton. Will slide that time. Still will belong to the Paradise. And now we've got about 3 minutes left in regulation play. Sogard and Sarasota running out of time. So now it's Valentine. Sutton has played well in goal here for this team from USL League One. Taken back, and now the Rowdies with a chance. It's Myers spreading the well. And this one is off the crossbar, and it does not cross that line. Still in play here. Micheletto. How does that one not go in? Myers can't get to it.
Are you kidding me with this save from Sutton? Everything is done right here by the Tampa Bay Rowdies. Eddie Myers picks his head up. He sees the trailing runner. And Cicerone, he puts it a little bit towards the middle of the net. But look at the second effort there from the goalkeeper as well. Look at this big time save. He gets himself across the net. Off the crossbar. And look at this effort here. Beats Cicerone to the ball. Playing volleyball, swats it out. I mean, Cicerone could have done a better job with the finish. It could have been tucked in a little bit more towards the corner to not give Sutton the chance, but give the goalkeeper a ton of credit. He's had 3 or 4 massive saves to keep this game from getting completely out of hand for the Paradise.
Safe to say he's probably the MVP of the night for Sarasota.
Absolutely, no doubt. We spoke about it in the open. In games like this, the goalkeeper has to play huge to keep his team in it. And outside of that first goal where he spilt that rebound, he has been an absolute beast in the net tonight for this Paradise team. The Rowdies could have 4 or 5 goals on the score sheet if not for some of these big time saves.
So Myers taken down here. Rowdies still charging for that elusive goal. And you saw Sutton, he was kind of jawing with Skyway Casuals there in Ralph's mob after that sequence. He has taken a lot of pride in his craft and wants to keep that score as it is.
For me, it's not even the first one. I think Cicerone could have done a much better job with that finish, but it's that second effort.
Hilton trying to get to it in the open field.
90th minute. How much space did he just cover at that pace?
Man. Interesting to see how much extra time in this contest as we have reached the 90th minute and we've got 5 minutes of extra time on the way. Dos Santos rolling things up. So crafty, the center back for the Rowdies. Perez laying it here for Cicerone.
Talk about the center back Dos Santos. The combination of him and Schaefer, I think it's an unexpected center back pairing that the team has this year. They have been one of the best in the league, if not the best. So difficult to break down. They do such a good job. The working relationship between these two, the way that they're able to cover for one another and recognize the space, it has just been at a different level between those two.
Akoff now slowly approaching for Tampa Bay. He's got 2 defenders on him, and this ball will head out. Should be a Rowdies corner kick. Nate Dos Santos, a player that took over the role that Forrest Lasso had last year. Lasso is such a dominant, imposing figure. Dos Santos not nearly the size that number 3 was Forrest Lasso for the Rowdies, but just as effective thus far.
When you talk about the way that they're able to complement each other, that's a good ball there.
And here's another threat here for the Paradise. Wait right there, waiting for it and taking care of it.
Good save there by Waite. Recognizing that the only options at the near post, keeps himself big, doesn't hit the ground.
You were talking, though, about Dos Santos and Lasso.
Well, the pairing of Schaefer, they balance each other so well. So where Dos Santos lacks in size, that's where Schaefer's able to complement him as well. And vice versa can be said in terms of speed. So Dos Santos does a good job of covering that. That's why I like these two so much, because Schaefer handles a lot of those aerial balls, that he's able to clear that space, where Dos Santos covers a lot more ground. So that's why the two of these work so well together.
Here's the Rowdies once more. Perez. Crafty with it. And now Hilton. And Dos Santos told me yesterday, just try and focus on the mental part of the game. I can't be as physical as Forrest Lasso used to be, but I can make sure I'm in the right place, right time, every single time, and that's what I've tried to do.
Some of the best center backs I ever played with in my career were not the most physically gifted. They were the ones that understood taking the right angles, when to use your body. They understood the position extremely well. I think that's what Dos Santos does as well.
Perez circling around. Rowdies trying to find an opening. Trying to held up that time, and not going to get a call.
That should have been something. You can see the way that he was pulled down. He's going to look out here. It's a good ball there over the top. And it's just that arm pull. That's a foul. That's a foul. All day of the week.
Still really physical here in the final minutes. Lots of pride at stake here in this matchup. Cicerone on the run. Rowdy's going to play to the final whistle. Here's another shot. Rebound comes out. Andy Myers trying to make something of it.
Sutton just putting together a highlight tape. Cicerone doing a good job cutting himself inside. And Sutton able to get himself low and make that save.
Rowdies will keep possession here. About a minute left in this game. So it looks like Tampa Bay going to start off group stage play in this Prinx Tires USL Cup on the right foot. Rowdies have to be considered the favorite going into this tournament. At least one of the favorites. Remember, lots of teams participating in the field. Trying to go over the top this time. And that should just about do it here. As Perez helps up the competition. Alex Sutton will try and launch it for the last time. The Rowdies with a 2-0 victory here at home against their new rival, the Sarasota Paradise. I think safe to say not just a winning effort, but a dominant performance.
Just a professional effort from the Tampa Bay Rowdies. They handled their business tonight. They dictated the flow of the game, and especially after they got that first goal, they were able to take it over. I give Sarasota Paradise credit for hanging on the way that they did up until that 30th minute, but from that moment on, the Rowdies just took the game over, controlled the pace, and I think Dominic Casiao is going to be happy with his team after this one.
2-0 the final. When we come back, final highlights and Andrew Liu with our star of the game, Carson Henderlaw, after this.
When we see you, we see ourselves. So the care you receive is exactly the kind of care we would want.
Great news. You're gonna be fine. You're all good.
Orlando Health. We make it personal.
Morgan Auto Group has the selection you need in the service you want, with over 28,000 vehicles across 70 dealerships and 28 brands. Plus, everything from basic maintenance to collision repairs, and over 20 years of service in the community. From our home in Tampa down to Southwest Florida to Miami and West Palm, across Central Florida, through Gainesville and Lake City, up to Jacksonville and our state capital. Shop Morgan Auto Group, Florida's largest automotive retailer. When you make it Morgan, we make it happen.
Your love of driving started early. As you zoomed down your imaginary highway, someone was always there to protect you, to make sure you're still covered. Kemper Auto knows your journey and will help you along the way. Affordable, personalized auto insurance you can count on. Get a quote today.
Winning effort by the Tampa Bay Rowdies tonight in group stage play of the Prinx Tires USL Cup. 2-0 the final score over the Sarasota Paradise. The star of the match, Carson Henderlaw, with the brace, scoring the 2 goals. And right now he is standing by with our D'Angelo.
Thanks, guys. I'm here with Carson Henderlong. Carson, 2 goals for you tonight. I wanted to ask you about the second one in particular, though. You were able to create some space for yourself and get in front of the defender. Tell me what you were seeing on your side of things.
Yeah, I saw Mateus running down the line with some space. Just a movement I work on to kind of go to the back post and then create that space on the front post for myself. So that's what I did, and luckily Mateus played a great ball. I was able to finish it off.
And you guys pride yourselves on playing an aggressive style. How do you feel like that came through tonight against a little local rivalry here, Sarasota?
Yeah, obviously they put on a good performance against us. They were up for it, but like you said, that's what we want to do. We want to be aggressive. We want to stay on the front foot. We were able to score the first goal and the second, so that's a big thing for us.
Thanks so much, Carson.
Thank you.
Guys, I'll send it back to you.
All right, so he gets the opportunity tonight. We said he's the one guy looking to break out, Jeff, and he could not have played better in his shift for the Rowdies, scoring the 2 goals, and all of a sudden, he's the newest threat to look out for on this squad.
Well, it's just confidence from your forwards. You want to see confidence from your forwards, and nothing does that better than putting the ball in the back of the net. And you'd like to see a player like Henderlong get the job done. He's somebody that's come on late in games this year. So for him to get the start and to get these 2 goals, it's going to make Coach Dominic Cassiano think about putting him in a little bit more. As we see the shot from Hilton. Hilton was peppering the ball all night, but Henderlong with this follow-up. And this is what you want to see from a forward. Opportunistic situations where you're able to get the ball into the back of the net, crash the net, but this one was all skill. It's a build-up out wide. Olivier does a great job here with that cutback, and look at this run and look at the finish. Textbook. Absolutely nothing the goalkeeper can do about it. A goalkeeper who is making saves all night long, but if you hit the ball with that pace, it's the run, it's the finish. Love the celebration, of course, but you love to see a player put the ball in the back of the net and make the most of his opportunities. But for me, obviously the player of the game for the Sarasota Paradise was the goalkeeper, Sutton. Look at this save. It's that big action on the punch. Sprawling effort here, gets that top hand up over the bar, and he was not done after that one. It was save after save for this goalkeeper.
And Jeff, it was a 2-0 Rowdies win, but it easily could have been 4 or 5-0.
Honestly, I think it could have been 6. The way the Sutton was playing tonight. Look at that. Cicerone could have done a better job there, but it's a huge save. I just love that second effort. When people talk about all goalkeepers, I can say this because I was a goalkeeper. When people talk about all goalkeepers are a little bit crazy, to dive at a ball like that in that traffic, you got to have some screws loose. But credit the goalkeeper. Look at these stats though: 27 shots, 14 on goal. The possession was a little bit more even than I think the Rowdies were expecting, but opportunities after opportunities. Give the goalkeeper credit. This game could have gotten out of hand, and give the Tampa Bay Rowdies credit for handling their business.
Altogether, fun night for the Rowdies on Rough and Rowdies night here at Al Lake Stadium. Tampa Bay does what everybody expected them to do. Look at the 27 shots again to the 8. That is a full effort from these Rowdies. And again, Tampa Bay still has not lost a match in 2026. That is saying something as we move on to the month of May and big things ahead. 2-0 the final score. The Rowdies over the Paradise. We hope you enjoyed it. We certainly enjoyed bringing the broadcast to you here on Tampa Bay's 44 and ESPN Plus. Alongside Jeff Attinella and D'Angelo, I'm Drew Felios saying so long from downtown St. Pete. Rowdies win, and we will see you next week. Same time, same channels, right here for more Rowdies Soccer. Have a great rest of your weekend.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the express written consent of the United Soccer League.